session.
36! I did it for real this time, you guys.
Yeah, we're playing it. We're playing it. You guys feel free to give Brett the recap.
Please. I don't even remember.
Oh, and Quinn. Quinn wasn't here last week either. It was a shopping episode.
Yeah.
Magnus is alive.
I was there for that.
I remember that. They opened the box. What's in the box? What's box? There was a couple of spells in there.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That your mom wrote.
Oh yeah.
Okay, remind me of the box again. What was the thing with the box?
Watt's box.
We
Yeah.
found it
Oh,
in
yeah.
the Crystal Chimera's
Yeah, it was in the horde,
the
right?
horde.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we didn't find the key until later in the dungeon, but we didn't open it.
Right.
And then inside were like a couple of spell scrolls that were written by your mom. We found out. And then and then also this like amulet that it turned out was like a mini version of that mansion spell that Polgro cast that one time. So we give that to Arya. So now we're gonna have our own like mansion, portable mansion.
So it's like a portable.
It's like with that tent in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's whatever that tent is called.
Except you can make it look like whatever.
Freaking amazing.
And it could be massive.
Oh, what?
I don't have Quinn's number. For some reason.
I sent him texts from your iPad.
We went and celebrated Zodel's birthday.
Chris, you just want to let me in?
I beat up a raccoon,
Oh, yep.
so that was pretty sweet.
All right, so there was a mansion.
Is it?
Yep.
What else?
And a necklace.
And some spells.
Some fourth level spells. Oh, one of the spells was a spell your mother made. Galenia's Crystal Chords.
Is that the mansion one?
Nope.
No.
Oh. Okay.
No. So this Galenia's Crystal Chord is a homebrew spell of mine that was made by your mother, just like the crystal, what she encased the people in your village in. It was
diamonds,
a homebrew spell of hers that she actually made in the world. So Galenia's Crystal Chord, and you identified her handwriting, and it seems to have been a page torn out of her wizard book at some point.
Cool.
And then there was another one, Celadon's These Dreams Are Made. And that's imagination magic that I came up with.
Word.
Um,
So,
How did that one work again?
So that was what was in the box.
There was 2 spells, and the Kirstania's Mansion Medallion, yeah.
And this was we can't still be in Polgar's shop.
We were at the time, but
So
we're
you
not
guys, you guys are currently sitting around the table in...
At the keep.
We got sick, man.
now. Oh, yeah.
You got like
You got sick.
No, Brett got sick too.
Oh, he did too, yeah.
Oh yeah, when you guys were leaving Polgar's, because you were just there till like 2 in the morning drinking and swapping lore and stuff, and then you left, and you 2 failed your Constitution saving throws.
And we puked.
So yeah, you were just like walking,
That's
you're just
awesome.
like, I got this, guys. Like, no big deal. I'm 19 and you just threw it all down your body.
And then Zodel took off
Oh,
her
yeah.
belt and put it on you.
And
to
then all
clear
the vomit
puke
just
off,
fell off.
And then put it
That's
back on.
fucking teamwork.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some.
Agnes is just sitting there like,
Pulling my head out of the bushes. Oh my god.
Can we full screen that as big as it'll go so I can see those little baby boys?
We got everybody in now.
I got blinged out. That was the other thing that happened.
Oh yeah, you bought some new armor that was dope.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Fabulous.
Describe it.
Please do. I spent an afternoon deciding how I wanted it to look.
Again.
Yeah. So it's mithril plate armor.
No more
It's
disadvantage.
a magic
on stuff.
armor that grants me a +1 to all charisma checks.
Oh yeah. Need that.
This armor is adorned with a hexagonal ivory gem at the center of the chest plate, with a bloomed rose engraved on its glistening surface. In the mithril surrounding the gem, there are thin vines and small leaves that spiral out and across the surface of the armor. On each of the shoulder pauldrons across the top edge is written Roseheart and Celestial. Cuffs and seams of the armor are burnished with gold and stitched together with red cloth and leather. That with Polgra's cape that she also gave me makes me have a pretty worthy flow.
Word.
Very
That
nice.
sounds epic.
Plus, because it's mithril, no more disadvantage on stealth checks for Falconer.
Yes.
Great, more.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
It did. How much did it
Just a
cost you?
straight
Though?
roll.
Did I give you a price on that? How much was that?
Yeah, it's like 6,000 gold, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
Hashtag
honestly,
worth
not bad comparing,
Yeah.
considering we have like 1 million gold
I
total.
mean, yeah, we're rich now.
You guys get family discount from Polgar and Dernick for sure. You guys, you saved Pol, and Pol is Dernick's whole world. So he's like, yeah. You guys get cheaper prices
That's good.
and occasional gifts, such as the cloaks and the clasps and the.
And Rustin got new gloves too.
They are being commissioned. Dex 2 smithing gloves.
Oh, and he totally got a whole bunch of new equipment for his.
He bought
wolf
all
forge.
the equipment for his new smith.
Yep.
I spent multiple thousands of dollars on a
Wooden sign. Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's good.
Oh yeah.
So it's made out
So
of.
frugal when you spend money on your forge, dude. I like it. Yeah.
It's the wood that the sign is made out of is the wood that the fire wine is harvested from. So the sap that helps create fire wine comes from this wood, and he got a massive chunk of it. That was, I can't remember how, 10,000 gold. It was like 10,000.
I don't remember exactly. I think
Yeah.
it was,
It was-
cheaper
it
than
was-
that we ended up going with.
It was double digits thousands. And the cool thing about this wood is that the knots of the wood, which are normally you try and you get a coffee table cut or like a door, whatever, you try and avoid having a bunch of knots. This wood's the opposite because the knots, when moist, put out little candle-like flames about 3 inches tall. So his sign has just fire on it.
Man, that's pretty great. That's money worth
You
spending
know,
for
you know
sure.
how
That's
some,
fire, man. That's
some,
fire.
some businesses have like a wall where they should like list all their like financial donors.
Mm-hmm.
I should just like write my name somewhere because I pretty much gave him that.
I mean, the Crystal Chimera gave you guys all that.
Oh well, I gave him 16 grand. So
I think it was 8.
And then there was 2 million.
well, yeah, I gave him 2.8.
Oh, did somebody divvy up Ryardon's gold?
Oh, right.
Because I think everybody kept 30 grand for themselves.
I think that's what we agreed on was 30. Yep.
And then everything else was in the
Mhm.
vault and in the tap to
I
go
have
or whatever.
500,000 gold in Do You Have Tap?
And
Yeah,
then
there's 500,000 gold in the vault, and then there's another 788,850 gold in the bag of holding.
and then 30 grand each on top of that.
You guys
Yep.
are so
Yeah.
poor.
Yeah, we ain't poor no more.
Not even close.
Jesus, yeah.
And then there was that other thing.
That feels good.
What? Huh? What
All
other
right.
thing?
So, last we left off, specifically at a point in time, you all were sitting down, I think, on the last evening, or the morning of the day you were about to depart, and it took you all a minute, because the passive perceptions weren't quite as high as I thought, and...
We're all hungover.
Very.
Well, this is the end of, like, the 3.5 day.
I
We're
am
still
probably.
hungover.
Yeah, we celebrated Zodel's birthday.
That was the first night.
Yeah, I'm probably. I've been riding this since like the first day.
And as you looked over, Mistress Hillel was standing in your kitchen,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
cutting slices off of a banana, and eating,
What a psycho.
and watching
Right?
you all. And then
Didn't
at the
even
last
eat a banana,
second,
though.
Magnus lunged forward and passed through her form as with a chuckle. The apparition vanished, an illusion, a
And look-
projection.
And it looked like she was coming after you too. She was like,
She very specifically has eyes for Ryardon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she said something about you.
I mean, look at that jawline. Come on.
I get it. You know,
You know, and his parents in Polgra imprisoned her in the orb.
there is a backstory.
Couple few hundred years ago.
right.
There's a jawline thing going on, and there's definitely a family history thing going on there for sure.
So, Amour Ventis, as you are sitting, this chuckle of Mistress Hillel's voice fading as her projection is torn asunder by Magnus's whipping blade.
Well, that just happened.
Is the banana real?
No,
Is
it
there a
was,
banana on the floor?
no, it was all part of the projection. Otherwise, there would have been a wet flump.
Oh, thank God.
So obviously, wherever she's projecting this, they've got bananas.
Good deductive reasoning.
Make an Arcana check.
That shit's bananas. When
One.
Stefani enters the chat.
Just Magnus.
Yes. 3.
Yeah, they gotta have bananas there for sure.
Don't roll in the box. Roll outside the box.
Wow.
Kinneros is with you guys at this point. He's been slowly coming around and meeting with you all with Pulgara's nudging, since he's been having dreams about you all for the last 10 months
Right.
with his seer blood.
Did
I'm
we have a
assuming
dream
I have.
about this encounter?
Oh.
Kinneros, roll a history check.
That belt that was made for me, is that a thing that you made, or is it just like...
No,
No.
it's just a theater of the mind.
14.
We
I
can't-
don't think we can hear
We
you.
can't hear you. Nothing. This happened to Falconer last week, where he rolled his check dice and rolled a dice on top of a dice, and
Oh,
then
that's what it was in the chat.
yeah, and so then we were all
crazy.
sitting there,
Rolled.
and you could just see him kind of slumped on the other side, and I was like, oh, what's this text? And then he was just like, we're like, we can't hear you, and he's like, I've been talking for 5 minutes.
I'm so open arms. Oh, Chris Cornell, nice.
Oh yeah, buddy, he speaks to my soul.
There he is.
That was perfect. We still can't
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me now?
Oh, now we can.
Yeah.
There it
There
is.
you go.
I was like, geez, no one's responding to me.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, 14.
14. You have not, that you remember, had a dream about this particular event.
Does he know about Mr. Salal?
Not outside of what
What we've told him.
what you told him. I think she came up briefly in conversation with Polgara as well. He has a loose idea that she's a big bad bitch out
Yeah.
there in the world, and
Yeah,
that she
is that.
was once imprisoned and is now free.
Okay.
Stop that right now.
Okie doke.
So we've got cash, we've got an apparition, Hillel, plus banana,
And at this point, your guys' airship is fully charged.
Right.
and we're rich AF. Got it.
So it is
Did Light Hand get his gloves?
August 3rd then?
His
August
gloves
4th?
will take 3 weeks to complete.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We were waiting for the airship, not the gloves.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yes.
August 3rd? In game?
Isn't it the 4th? It was 3 days, and the first one was my birthday.
It was 3.5 days total.
Okay,
For the
so
ship to be
3rd,
charged.
So like the
3rd,
5th.
4th.
Yeah.
So it'd be the 5th then.
A million different things that we could pursue.
Yeah.
Well, you guys never actually made it to Sayaria when that was initially your goal. So, I mean, that's kind of what I assumed you were
I
doing.
feel like we should probably try and
Why were we going there again?
Yeah, I don't.
Because Polgara said that she might be able to free
free
Ryardon's
Ryardon's
dad.
Oh.
Oh, right. Okay.
Might be able to help us.
She said there was no guarantees, but she was there when your mom's first name, I can never remember, Galenia, last name, made the spell. So she's familiar with the magic and is willing to help attempt to dispel it.
Is your dad magical too?
No, he's just a gunslinging, frickin' warrior, epic archer, ranger guy.
He's like a rogue ranger mix. Like he's all
He slays.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's all quick and stabby.
No.
Right.
He might know where your mom
Arline
is.
is her name.
It is Airline, hey?
Yeah.
Or Arline. Arline Galenia. Okay, well then I gotta check something else.
I mean.
Because I feel like the goal would probably be to find your mom, so that she can reseal Mr. Salel in the orb again.
Yeah.
We still have the orb, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
That would probably open Pandora's box a little bit, but yeah. It's a good place to start at least, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe dealing with her is probably our top priority. Even more than these marks, as long as we stay together, we're good.
I think that's why it was burning so bad, because we were away from each other.
Yep.
And I mean, who knows, your mom might be able to help with that too.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Tate lost service. He'll join again when he can.
Right.
So what day is it?
The 4th.
August 4th.
Okay. Well, here's something fun. Keep talking about amongst yourselves. I have to pull something up.
Well, I mean, if our first line of action is to go to Searia, remember that, like, genie thing? Would that be here in town, or did he take him somewhere else that we'd have to, like... Because if it's in town, then that might be, like, a quick
I don't think
thing
it was
to
in
do.
Town.
Oh.
You took him
Well, yeah.
somewhere.
The wizard
Yeah.
stole,
The djinn.
yeah, from puzzles, but we don't know where they went.
Oh.
Did you hear that bit also? Django's a genie from puzzles.
Yeah, the guy that we passed on the road.
Yeah, and Josiah Lorley,
Like
the
the
old
guy was
stoner
like
guy.
old guy who was like high as a kite. Yeah.
I'm off to go get my genie. Visit my Aunt Jean.
I mean, we met him on the way to Sayari, but I think he was on his way to Calliope.
Yeah,
Which,
to
that was a
steal
while
Django.
which makes sense.
So I
Falconer.
don't know where they've gone since then.
Suddenly an odd voice begins speaking to you in your ear. Well, in your mind. This is on behalf of Rosa. We just arrived and discovered you've plundered all the loot. She just wanted to express her extreme disappointment, Falconer.
I just want to say she could have just said, "This is Rosa," but she had to use up, like, 6 words.
Rosa gets airship. It was 44 days after you guys left Mir Turan.
Oh.
I rolled a percentage die.
Damn.
So it could have been like 1 day. They could have just flown there. You guys did well.
Am I allowed to reply to that?
25 words, buddy.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Suck a dick, dumb shit.
I was gonna say sucks to suck.
I mean, tomato, tomato. Yeah.
Better luck next time.
Did he say such
I
to such?
still owe you one for the big ass demon that you let out in Mir Turan.
2 more.
For me, well,
Regards, Falconer.
Wow. Dude, so politically correct. I love it.
Cool. I've been waiting for that for a while. What else do I have on my calendar coming up?
Do we know how to spell Durnick?
Hey, good thing we
D-U-R-N-I-K.
went there first.
Right?
D-U-R-N-I-K?
Then they would have had a sick ass airship.
And a bunch of gold.
Yep.
well, that's if they weren't killed, which they wouldn't have been.
Well, we've been rolling the dice.
Oh, I get it.
Damn, nature, you scary. What is that? Come on.
That little fur thing just got hit.
You can tell it's a chimera by the way it is.
Yeah, that was just an interesting point of order. That's the 4th of August. I can cross that off.
So do we want to fly to Searia?
Yep. Yeah, you came for that. Sounds like Rose is nearby anyway. So I don't know if that's 2 birds, 1 stone, or if that's taking
Rose's
away a bird
back
from.
Jugnock.
So I'll make a history check.
Okay. 2.
It's a nice day.
Blimey.
Well, that was one thing I forgot I wanted to do. I'd like to go try to buy some goggles and flying gloves.
Nice.
Just like
Oh yeah, you guys.
driver style, like
Yep.
old lady gloves. But
Did you guys buy parachutes from Dernick also?
Yes.
we
okay.
did.
We did, yeah.
Making
yeah.
sure.
We got like two
All right,
each or one each.
We got a
Goggles.
They're
Seven.
not reusable, you said. We can't repack them.
Didn't we get like
No,
14?
yeah, no. I think you got enough for 2 per person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least.
it was like 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
There's multiple, I remember.
Somebody had better have written that down. Ski's pretty good at taking notes. Krista's
I'm
good
pretty
at taking
sure we
notes.
got 2 each.
Yeah. So I'd say goggles for everybody, and a set of driving gloves, fingerless, presumably.
Oh yes,
Okay.
Bright red, studded.
You're looking at about like 2 gold.
nice.
They're just like safety goggles that some smiths wear in their forges.
Protect against. They're like sunnies, like looking at, except aviator glasses.
Yeah, in the journal you guys found from Ajlo Malta or whatever her name was. She was just like, yeah, goggles are recommended. Even an insect at high speeds can take an eye out, and she only had one eye.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, hey, learn from my mistakes.
That's good. Good.
Question: my new armor doesn't have a helmet, right? Because I've been going like helmetless.
Up to you if you wanted to add a helmet.
No, I'm good without.
Whoa, what's his hair like? I don't think we've ever heard Falconer hair description before.
I actually have no idea what his hair looks
Long and blonde, I'm guessing.
Long, flowing blonde hair, man.
He uses
Except
all
for
the
top,
conditioner.
He looks like Hulk Hogan.
like. Just a skullet. It's from the helmet rubbing on the top of your head all these years.
Yeah,
No,
it's
he's-
just, there's a bald spot there now.
He's got very lustrous blonde hair flowing.
But he uses like
when,
all
when
God's scroll
Finn
there, brother.
takes off his hood.
in Adventure Time. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, it's kind of like what my picture on D&D Beyond looks like. It's like
I
a
don't see
ponytail in
it.
the back, but a little bit flowy bangs in the front.
He probably uses like all of the conditioner in the bottle every time.
He goes through 100 gold worth of conditioner every week.
Yep.
Not even mad. That's amazing.
Not even mad. That's impressive.
I know we talked about me practicing with the pistols, but did I get how many hours over the last 3 days in?
I'd say make an intelligence check.
Outside of the box scoring. Intelligence plus 0.
I'd say with Rostin's help,
Okay.
because
So
he's
advantage?
been studying the black powder, so you can have advantage.
16.
16. All right. You and Rostin have figured out with this black powder what is a safe amount of powder to have in the pistol,
Cool.
and what is an unsafe amount. And as you look over at Rostin, he's missing another quarter of an eyebrow. Wait! That's too much. Is it stone? And over
Kiss
the
it on the lips.
so for the next 2 days, I'd say you could have a maximum of 4 hours a day because you guys were pretty busy.
Okay.
So if you wanted to mark off 8 hours of training with the pistols, it will be, what did I say? It was way more
300.
than 300 because this is like with a rapier, you've been taught how to use weapons. You've been taught by somebody. There is this finesse in fluidity of motion of a long practiced art over thousands of years. This is completely new and alien to you. So a little bit more time is going to be required.
Cool.
Has Quirky, has he just like become one of the ship members pretty much?
Quirky's on the airship. He's
Yeah, he
basically the
came.
only
Oh.
one. Everybody else, well, the ones
stuff.
that were alive, sailed south to one of the ports in Searia to try and pick up some work, and you gave them the half of the sending stones so they could communicate back and forth with you.
Right.
And you gave them some money to hire new crew because basically everybody died.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah,
rough.
we gave him, like,
Yeah, I
10
would
grand.
be checking in with them like every 3-4 days.
Okay. Yeah, when you
Make
check
sure
in,
it's-
yeah, within the first few days, they're not even there yet. I guess, yeah, it took you guys, how many days to fly back?
Like
3.
3 days. So I'd say at the end of like the 6th day ish, or like the 7th day you check in, they've made landfall. in Searia. I had a picture that I meant to keep open earlier. They have made landfall at Sloughane. And they are looking around for some crew. Not having a whole bunch of luck, because people are like, what happened to your old crew? Like, well, it's a bit of a hard... it's a difficult tale to tell.
Smallpox.
Well, I think that might be... That's probably better to tell people than exploded to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got sick. We're cleaning the ship now, getting them rats off. And the ginger cat is just looking chubby as fuck because there's just excess rats. He's just slurping them up, sucking down their tails like a spetty. Good boy.
So, Searia then, I'm guessing? For real? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
Yeah, if you guys agree.
Sounds good with me. I only with you to follow my visions.
Alright.
Okay. As you all go out towards your new airship, docked, small, elegant, fast as a fucking bullet. Kinneros.
I have some visions of this airship, and all of you on it. And I remember having a vision, envisioning you falling down and down and down.
Did it look like we had brooms?
Parachutes.
Or, yeah, parachutes, I guess.
I'm not sure.
Oh. Well.
So what you're saying is we crashed.
I don't know if you crash, I just know you fall down.
Like all of us? Like you?
I don't see myself in the vision, I'm just viewing all of you, but yes, all of you.
Oh.
Is there sky involved? Is there ground involved?
Water.
Water's worse.
Just air. Just clouds.
Well,
It's not exactly confidence inspiring.
I mean, we could keep it low. We don't have to fly super high,
Low. Right. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys could just like Superman across the water, leaving that massive jet stream behind you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We don't have to be
And then if you run out of power, you just funk,
wonk and
and then
sail.
sail. Yeah. Up to you. Depends how confident you feel.
I'm always confident. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep. That's the thing.
Yeah, I see. I say we go for it. I don't think.
How often do your visions come true?
Well, I don't know about a lot of them yet because I just linked up with you. So.
Have you had other visions of other people? Like, not just us?
Yeah, I have. But predominantly you lately.
And are they always of, like, terrible things? Calamity? Or...
No. Well, yes.
Not always.
I was gonna say, this guy's a buzzkill. Jesus.
More and more recently, you're seeing a lot of negative shit. And so when you went to Polgara, and she mentioned she knows these people, she thought maybe if you're there with them, you could kind of be that catalyst to try and maybe tip the scales from bad to good.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's good to know that these things could happen, but we can't let fear control our way of life.
Reminds me of that Rick and Morty episode when he's got the crystal in his forehead and he's like,
Yeah. Yeah, Kinneros is your head crystal.
You have to do the thing you fear to do and keep on doing it. That is the quickest and surest way ever to discover that you've conquered fear.
What book's that from, mate?
That was in a bathroom stall.
Oh.
Written on the wall.
Right.
Says the guy who can't die.
Yeah.
He
I
can.
could die.
You're basically
You guys
saying,
just don't know
It's a little
how.
harder.
you're basically saying
maybe
YOLO.
there's a counter
but-
that just runs out
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah,
You don't know.
potentially.
Before we go, I have to send a sending
Okay.
or message or whatever that sending spell.
Sending.
Cassandra, it's your father again. Urgent stuff have come up. Leaving for Ciaria. Feel free to use our keep if you need to. Love, Dad.
The response this time is less labored. Last time he sent a message and she was like in the middle of a fight somewhere. And she was just like, fuck, bad timing. This response comes with a little bit of a slur.
Nah.
Oh, Dad. I'm sorry about last time. I've got this friend, Squin Dixon, who's always getting me into trouble. Saved his ass again. I counted 25.
Okay.
Alright.
Squin Dixon was the name of Tate's character in our Raccoon one-shot.
Oh.
Teenage Cassandra came flying in at the end because he, like, sent a sending to her at the very beginning of the mission. And then they were in this tree vault, and they're like, oh, the guards are coming. He's like, nah, follow me. And they climbed to the top of the tree, and Cassandra swooped in and just picked them all up. And she's like teenage Cassandra, just like, damn it, Squinny, you fucking stop roping me into your shit.
It was fun.
Well, I mean,
Classic one shot.
Took place in the Feywild. It was fun as
So
hell.
you guys were all raccoons?
They were, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
very first minute they were trying to read a sign, and this bush was like, "Hey, you want to buy some of me? I'm a nice, kind sativa, good for playing guitar." It's just like, that's some Feywild shit. You can't buy more than an
Yeah, I
ounce
got
though,
slapped by a tree.
because it's me.
Alright.
Taste my knees, 25 cents.
That was basically where I got the inspiration. Me flavored water, 25 cents.
Shall we?
Yep.
Jump on
But
this
he's got to use
airship?
the bathroom before we go.
Yeah, you don't want to try and
Probably
pee
a
out the
good
window
idea.
on that shit.
challenge
Do it
accepted.
from the back of the boat.
Yeah, you gotta go downstream on that one for sure.
Tastes like asparagus.
Ooh, too much coffee today. Everything smells like burnt beans.
I'll give them a heads up at the mansion.
Got the key.
Well,
Oh.
I am setting the box of returning in the main room so that we
Oh.
can use that to get home if
Good
we have
call.
to.
Good idea.
Oh,
Box of returning is only 1,000 miles.
Oh
We're
shit,
past that?
right.
When you guys hit
How far is the
Sarah,
area?
it'll be
More than that.
at the Twilight Forest. It'll be more than that.
Okay.
I mean,
But I mean, still, like a good escape option if you need it.
I'm just getting in the habit of doing that because I always forget we have that thing.
Dude, good call. Same with the fucking bucket. Should do more stuff with that.
wait, wouldn't there be washrooms in the mansion
In the
that we
mansion.
can just use anywhere?
Yeah, but you can only summon
Yeah.
it once
Oh.
per day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
24 hours.
using it for a bathroom trip, that's not very constructive.
Very utilitarian.
Although,
I mean, in a
if
real
you can only
emergency,
if you
maybe.
can use it
but-
once a day and it's summoned for 24
I'm
hours,
not
wouldn't it be
doing
like
this shit unless it's
available
at
all
my
the time?
home toilet.
I think it's
Technically, yeah.
recharge time.
No, the mansion lasts 24 hours.
Right.
So, I mean, you could, every day, at the 24-hour mark, when you could just pop it back open. So you could have a mansion on your airship, basically.
Another
so you
question.
can't keep things in it because as soon as
Correct.
Another
Anything
question.
that you take inside the magic mansion, when the spell ends, is jettisoned out with you.
Like bathroom
stuff-
stuff too? like
That's a little different.
deposit,
It's just,
return, like
it's different for stuff like that, and this is where the spell gets weird. And I've heard Matt Mercer talk about this a bunch, because also at the same time you can eat food that your servants prepare for you inside the mansion, but it's not like when the spell ends, it's all ripped out of your body.
ugh.
So waste and food, kind of a gray area. They just kind of just happen as normal.
That's fair.
All right.
Tally bo.
It's too bad we can't just keep adding trophies and stuff to our mansion. Although I guess you can
Bag of holding.
will them to look like they're there.
Yeah.
Bag of holding, and then just bring them back to the keep.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a huge vault. Well, slightly smaller now with all that gold in there.
Good problem. Good problem indeed. All right.
They got everything they need.
Well, let's
Think so,
go
yeah.
on. Go on.
All right. Kinros is definitely a little leery, seeing this thing, knowing that he's seen it falling, not fully understanding quite yet what this is, as Zodel makes a strength check. It's an 18, right?
Not the first one.
Let me
It's a
double check that.
Different die.
It is 18, yes.
Somebody can assist you.
Yeah, I'll help.
All right.
Damn.
No.
Falconer, give her a go by yourself.
I swear to God, if he gets it, what is on my even
Ring, ding,
point?
ding, 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 ding.
See, this is
No.
where, if you guys were like running from people, that's why I added this. Like, if you couldn't just hop on your ship and fuck off. You actually have to start the fucking thing
Okay,
like a
hold,
pull cord
on,
motor.
hold on. I'm gonna like
Friggin' mower.
wrap the rope around my hand a couple of times. And,
Running out to the plane. Start the plane!
Yeah,
Start the plane!
very Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
What did I get actually?
You guys can roll it. When you're out of combat, you can roll until you get it.
I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
Let me try.
18,
I was right
baby.
there. I was gonna
Nice.
do it. Damn it!
Ryardon pops up and he's like, "All right, get the fuck out of here!" And the propellers start to whir, and the sound is immense. And Kinros, as your hair is just blown back by all these propellers firing up, you're like, "Okay, this isn't anything like any skyship I've ever seen before. This thing's a fucking fighter jet." Whereas most other skyships are just like this gently floating platform with lower decks. This thing fires up like a lawnmower, like a prop airplane.
Like a weed eater
Do
in
I
the
have
skies.
any kind of
You
knowledge
warmed
about
it up for him.
this vehicle? Like,
Yeah.
I know I recognize it, but from an engineering standpoint, do I understand how this works?
No, so this is literally a one of a kind vehicle in this world, and it came with its own instruction manual from that orc. I guess you missed the session where they got it. So the orc that built it had this instruction journal that had all these like really kind of sort of just primitive, convoluted instructions. From an engineering standpoint, I'd say even some of the smartest mechaneers in the world would be baffled by this thing. It is literally one of a kind. And as the propellers fire up, Falconer hopping into the cockpit of the pilot craft and making a show of putting on the goggles so everybody else knows,
Oh,
you're such a slut.
deploy the eye patch just in case.
So we all got goggles. Is that what we were talking about earlier?
Falconer bought goggles for everybody.
Dang.
Dude, you got a semi-trailer for it now?
Yeah, I was about to say it's a
it
parade
makes it
float.
maneuvering around the table a little easier
Super smart.
with some clouds underneath. You don't have to worry about people placement just yet.
Alright.
If you get into combat, then we can discuss where you're at, or describe where you're at now. Yeah,
Where did we park it?
it was floating at your private dock.
Oh,
Private dock.
Is this how we're flying it, or is it all like?
If you're going fast, that's how it has to look.
Oh, are we going fast?
Presumably. If you guys go 120 mph, you can get to the edge of the Twilight Forest, and I calculated it today, in 5 days.
Yeah.
Instead of 5 weeks to a coast city.
Wasn't
Alright,
Shuknak
and then
Nooktok,
120,
whatever? It wasn't that
That's
right
normal
beside?
flying speed.
Yeah, so Zhuknak Maktal was 4 weeks 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks air travel. But it was like kind of off kilter and further north.
So it'd be longer to get to the Twilight Forest, technically,
Yes.
because it's further south.
It's very south. Yeah, so Zhuknak was like up here. And I calculated the sailing speeds and the difference. So to get to Twilight Forest, 5 days on the Fling.
Sick.
Yeah.
How does that work if we only have 70 hours of flying time?
You guys figured it out. Because you could fly it to a port city and sit and rest, or you could...
Like, we can sail it as a regular ship as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Conserve battery.
At 5 miles an hour, regular sailing speed, it's still at half speed. The battery's recharging, so you could just stop and sail for a couple of days,
Yep.
and then take up flying again. Let's leave this out. I'll probably need it again. I'm gonna pee while you figure it out.
Man, I'm gonna have to build a spreadsheet to calculate this.
I knew you'd like that, Ski.
Yeah.
Admittedly, this is one time where I'm glad he knows Orcish, or else I'd have to wrap my head around all this, and I'd
Yeah.
probably...
Do you want to do all the math, Odell?
What's math? What?
Yeah. How far do we get when we double the speed?
Ooh, very not far. If we're going at double, it's 2 hours for every charge. So we can go 20 hours at full speed.
Got it. Okay.
Or double speed, sorry.
What if we throttled back the speed from 120 and just sipped on fuel a little bit more? Because even a fraction of that would put us way faster. Like maybe we get there in 7 days and only go like 90 or something like that.
Does that work? Is there a ratio for lower speed and less charge?
Can we throttle it back?
Yeah. We dial it into
Can I find the sweet spot on the cruise
carbon
control?
mode.
Make.
Turn it into a Prius.
We're just gonna hypermile it, you know?
Let me pull up the thing here. I just assumed Ski was going to be all over the maths of this, but yeah, if you're asking. Homebrew creation.
Oh, no, I'm very much all over the math. That's why I'm asking. Can I ratio it down?
How much noise are you trying to make over there, Chief?
Sorry.
All good. Just like, why is all I can hear dice? I'm going to say that it's less of a shower knob where you can find the nice perfect of hotness. It's more of it ratchets into a gear for each speed setting.
Okay.
Just to keep it simple.
That's actually way more
Makes
simple.
sense.
Instead of trying to
We've got
break down like
5 days. Can you give that to me in miles? 5 days. Or I can figure it out.
So it's
Times 24 times 5. That can't be right.
so a sailing ship does how many miles a day? So literally 7 days worth of ocean travel you can do in 1 day at 120 miles per hour. I'm pretty sure I calculated.
Mhm.
So whatever a sailing ship's max speed is, I think it's 5 miles an hour.
5 times 7, 45.
5 times 24.
Yeah, times 24 times 7. It's 840 miles.
There you go.
Divided by 120, so we can do that in 7, yeah.
Sailing. Only.
Move
Say-
the 1,
Flying. Flink can do 840 miles in
Versus
7 hours.
divide it, times it.
Do we want to hit like?
So that's why I was asking how many miles is it, because
Apply
if you
Pythagorean
said
theorem.
5 full days at 120 miles an hour is 14,000 miles.
My
More
world
than the Earth is round.
is very large.
Okay. No, that's fine.
It might only be
I'm
4.
just making sure.
Well, when I first looked at the map, So, and this is all subjective because the map is the map, and I'm not a fucking cartographer or an engineer. When you guys went to fight the Alpha Plesiosaur, it was a week to the Transden Strait on ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's only 4 weeks. My apologies. Because I was looking at the maps today, but it
You gotta
should
raise
be.
it up a little bit, dude.
Yeah, it's just Corey. It's from Calliope to the edge of the Twilight Forest at 4 weeks. On if you were sailing in a straight line.
Is there a coastal city in the top of the...
Oh yeah. Few. There's
That's
cities.
where we sent our.
This is
people.
all one giant mountain with smaller mountain ranges around it.
And you made
Brett-
the giant mountain into the
Brett-
A? What?
Ryardon knows that this is the largest mountain in the world.
Yeah, so what we said before, so at 5 miles an hour on a boat, and for 7 days you can go 840 miles. So then that equals... So basically 1 week of travel on a boat equals 7 hours of travel in the fling.
Yeah.
Can we see the mountain?
Right, so... And then you said it would be 5 days by boat or 5 days by fling? Or sorry, 5 weeks by boat.
If you went in a straight line from no, I'm just calling it Calliope.
Calliope.
From Calliope in a straight line to the border of the Twilight Forest would be 4 weeks
4 weeks of sailing.
of sailing.
Okay, so that means that we can do that in 28 hours on the fling.
Sure. I'm not a mathematician. I just make fantasy shit, and I hope you guys help
I've done the math.
Okay.
The numbers check out.
We trust you.
Yeah, I'm writing that down. 1
Alright.
week
1 week of sailing is 7 hours in
of
the flank.
sailing.
At regular, like,
Well,
knot
hold on.
speed?
So-
Yeah, at
120?
just normal flight speed.
Which is 120.
Yeah, at 120 you can do a week's worth of sailing in
7 hours.
in a day. So it would be over the course of 24 hours.
A working day? Do we get lunch? Or is it a full 20?
Because a sailing ship sails 24 hours a day. It's not like you sail 8 hours and then your crew all go fuck off and you sit
Yeah.
still, right? So
That's at 120 miles per hour.
you cover a week's worth of
120.
sailing.
Okay, just hold on.
This is what people who
That's
don't play D&D
3,300
think D&D
and
is.
60
Yeah.
miles.
And it's
This
hurting
is-
my head.
This has
Yeah.
got a little much.
4 weeks at 5 miles an hour.
This is a literal,
for
like, why do we
24
call it fantasy if we're doing
Yeah.
the math? What's the point?
So 4 days.
Yeah.
In 4 days you can fly from Calliope to the edge of the Twilight Forest. However many hours that is, subtract from your battery.
I mean, I've got 28 hours, dude. I got the same thing as you did.
Yeah, it can't go 4 days. It only has 70 hours of charge, which is 2.9 days.
But it'll fucking yeet for that long.
Well, I've
Yes,
got
it will.
so 3,300 miles, and we're going 120 miles an hour.
Yeah, 27 and a half hours. 28, we'll round it up.
And I got 28 hours, and we've got 70 hours for a charge.
Yeah, so it's 1 charge for every 7 hours of flight. There's 10 charges, so 70 hours.
Got it. Okay. Well, we can do 3 charges and get there. Right?
No, it's one charge is 7 hours of flight. And it has 10 charges. So a total of 70.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought
And
it was
it
1
takes
charge for
3.
70. Okay.
No, no.
Yeah.
And it takes 3 days to
So-
recharge the whole
Got it.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if
it's fucking dope, but I had to impose some limitations.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it was
It's got power limits.
Yeah.
It's not. You can't just go zipping around the world in it.
it's not Final Fantasy Airship.
if
So it's basically 1 day of flying plus 3 days of sailing. Then, if we're gonna do that, right? Because we need 3 days to recharge it, technically. Even if we're sailing at the
Well,
same
no,
time.
it's 1 level every 14 hours, so it's 140 hours to recharge it to full from nothing,
Let's just.
which is 6 days. It's 5.83 days.
Yeah, so you
wanna
could
get
you could sail
technical,
for
but
a
6 days.
week while it's recharging at half speed. Or
Yeah.
like you could yeet for a couple of days and then set her down in the ocean, let the battery recharge for a week, and you've still shaved off 4 fucking weeks or 3 weeks from your travel times.
Yeah, so if we go...
It was never intended to be this complicated, Xander. I'm with
This
you.
is why I was
about to say
asking
stuff.
what the total
You
mileage
keep
was.
saying
What-
stuff.
what
I
do you
know
wanna
that
say?
it's easy to
So,
figure
you know
out.
how if we're flying over water and it needs to recharge, you can just set it down and go into ship mode.
Yeah.
If we're over land, does it just like...
You just have to set her down and sit and wait.
Oh. I was thinking like, Howl's Moving Castle, like...
No. Overland, it doesn't have wheels. It sails or it flies. So on land, so it's better to spend some time letting it charge up at sea,
Yeah.
so that then you can yeet across
That's what I
basically
was
the
just gonna
continent of
say.
Searia.
So effectively, we can do the trip in half the time because we're going to need. We fly for 7 hours, which is a week's worth, and then we need a full week to charge it back up to that, and then we fly another day, which is a week's
Although we
worth.
can do that 10 times though. Like the one charge for every 7 hours, and there's 10 full charges.
Right. So if we
But doesn't it take?
fly for a day, set it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what. So you said 4 weeks. 4 weeks of sailing from Calliope to the edge of the forest, right?
Yeah, so it would be 4 days of perpetual flying, or a day
No,
that's
well,
a charge.
of sailing. I'm working backwards here.
Yes, four
If we
weeks.
sailed.
4 weeks of sailing if you could go in a straight line.
Yes. Okay. So it's 4 weeks times 7 days times 24 hours in a day times 5 miles per hour basically is 3,360 miles.
Yeah.
We agree on that?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. This thing can go 120 miles per hour, which means it can do that in 28 hours.
Correct.
That same distance.
Cool. So you're flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have 70 hours of
Right.
charge.
So we
Okay.
can.
Yeah, you guys only.
This is where it's 1 week of sail equals 7 hours of going. 4 weeks times 7 is 28 hours.
So it would be 4 charges. Because we have
'Cause
10.
that's by just
No.
straight mileage and speeds.
One
I thought it was
1 week
7.
of sailing equals 24 hours of flying. 1 week is reduced to 1 day when on the ship. So it would be
Okay.
24 hours of flying
Okay,
time
okay.
per week.
If that's the ratio we're going to go with, that's totally fine.
I'll be back.
It's totally fine.
I felt
I
like
can work
explained
with that.
it. Okay.
So that's 96 hours on.
Right. So we'll go for 60 hours, touchdown, let it recharge a bit, sail a bit, and then when we get there, at least then we still have some charge left.
Sounds great.
It's a new thing. I don't want to run it dead.
Yeah.
I don't know what will happen if we run it dead. So
In the journal, it said that the battery should essentially last forever, based off of the combination of the 3 components that were in there.
call me cautious.
No, that's fine. I'm just reiterating what the journal said.
Cautious
Yeah.
clay.
Especially with my vision.
Yeah, if he's seen us falling out of the air.
I think he just saw us falling because he's
I don't
never
know what
seen this
happens to it
technology
either.
before.
Well, he sees the future.
He's probably just confused.
Stupid Kinneros. Falling's not a thing.
Yeah. So if we,
all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. If we keep it close to the water,
Yeah, we'll skim like 100 feet, 50 feet off the water.
sure.
Sure.
I want to
Let's
scare
go.
the shit out of a fishing boat or two.
Yeah. Some.
Okay, do I have any history of the ocean we're about to cross here? Like any knowledge about anything that might give us some troubles?
Oh yeah, did you see any monsters or like anything in your visions?
As far as what they
Not
ask
that I
you,
recall.
as far as what they ask you about your visions, feel free to just like improv it. Yes and because you've seen a lot. It's been 10 months worth of dreams.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So don't look to me for prompts. Feel free to riff, and we will build your character around all of that. Because you're very loose right now, just because you're new.
Well, in that case, I saw you fighting a little goblin. He's wearing a potato sack over his head.
That happened already.
Screaming
Yeah,
at
I
you.
remember that.
I also saw you fighting a minotaur kind of looking creature.
That happened already too.
Oh yeah, so there you go. I didn't know that. That must have happened. Did that happen?
I
Yeah, we
guess.
fought a minotaur.
Yeah, when was that?
Yeah,
It's like I have.
That must have been my vision.
that was that the owl dungeon?
Yep.
I feel like
Yeah.
that was the end of the owl dungeon.
Fuck that guy.
Trelawney.
But I have not had any specific visions about this stretch of ocean we're about to cross,
You-
besides the falling, but I don't
Yeah.
know where that happens.
You have general knowledge of the seas.
Yeah.
There are oceans. The Transden Strait is like a main shipping route. They're basically flying straight over top of it, down to Sayaria. You know Sayaria is to the south of Alinor. Just general knowledge of the proximity and distance. Though you are not well versed at ship travel, you haven't done a lot of sailing yourself. Like minimal to get from port city to port city, but never across the oceans.
Okay.
Good.
Well, since Ryardon got this thing fired up, let's go.
Tally ho.
Yeah, you guys are flying. Somebody roll me a d20.
Ah.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be you.
Kinross.
Kinross, roll me
Yes.
a d20. Brett, what was yours?
Sorry, what am I rolling?
Just a flat d20. What was yours, Ryardon?
6.
All my d20s around.
How do I do that, Chris?
At the bottom left, there's like a dice symbol. If you press that, you
Here.
can manually roll any one of the dice.
Down over here
Ryardon.
of your screen. If you click that, you can choose which dice you want to
Roll me
roll.
a d6.
17.
Thrice.
All right. As you guys start to take off your first day, it's a little overcast. The wind starts to pick up. I would like you to now roll me a d4.
1.
That's how you roll a d4 right there.
It picks up. It doesn't. As it's whistling through the blades of the fling, it's a little biting, a little chilly, but you notice that you've kind of bypassed most of this storm that's been going past. You do catch some of the gusting winds, but it is fairly mild, and it does not impede your travel. Especially as you are flying and flying close to the water, the waves do not reach a point of cresting over the side of your flying ship.
Can I make a request, I suppose, on the flying height side of things?
Mm-hmm.
Can we at least do 30, maybe 40 feet above the water, just in case there's any fucking massive thing underneath
Yeah.
that decides that we're a giant seal?
I'm
or
kind of
something?
holding it at like 50 feet.
Right. Good. Yep.
Like Pinocchio.
Okay. Following day, Kinross rolled a 17. As you guys have now avoided some terrible weather and lifted yourself to an appropriate flying height over the waves, where even you've noticed some of the larger swells can't quite get up to the point of scraping or barnacling the bottom of your flying ship.
Let's go for it.
Kinross, roll me a d4.
D4.
Oh, I've got fucking pimp on my random encounters table.
4.
Cool. You carry on without incident throughout the remainder of that day. That is 2 days past.
On the third day, I'm only going 12 hours, and then I'm setting it down.
All right. So now that you are ocean bound, somebody roll me a d20.
Got it.
Who hasn't gone yet? Arya?
That one.
Wow.
No, this is
That
no such thing as a bad one on this chart. Now roll me a d4.
Oh, this is the random encounters chart.
3.
3.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there it
thanks.
You carry on without incident. Flying, the propellers slowing, bringing your ship into a sail as your compartments fold open. So when you fold these open, click them up one and then down, then they sit flat.
okay.
And for good old sailing speed, if we prop these together, extend that there, now you're sailing. I got like 6 different positions this bitch can do. Let's go.
Very cool.
So now it's on an angle, pulling and keeping you from being like pulled and drowned out if the propellers go too hard.
That's the front, right? That's okay.
Yeah, very prop plane. And then when switched up into helicopter mode, blades reverse. Yeah.
Cool. Sick. So we're at least 60% of the way there already. If we've already done 2.5 days.
2.5 days. Yeah, you guys now can make a perception check.
All of it?
Yep.
Damn it. God, these rolls today. Jeez.
14.
Last few sessions, you haven't been doing great for just generic rolls. Combat's been
17.
fine. What was yours?
4. Oh, wait. Plus 2. 6.
Yeah, bad.
17.
17. Kinneros?
23.
Oh, no, wait. 10.
Kinneros?
18.
Sorry.
17, 18, 23,
14.
14,
12.
12. Okay. The majority of you, except for Zodel and Magnus, as you are now nearing the coast of Searia, are seeing the crest of a mountain. That's odd. You're a long way away. And then Ryardon fills you in. Oh yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah, the mate.
Mount Insparia.
Insparia.
So Mount MT period INSP apostrophe Aria.
Ah.
And it is the largest, geographically, the largest mountain. Not a jagged peak, but a slow descent up into what is just cataclysmic height.
In the world? In this world?
In the known world. A mountain so high that even at its halfway point, people can't typically live because the air is so thin.
What's this mountain called again?
Insparia.
Apostrophe Aria. Insparia.
Is Aria with an I or a Y?
A-R-I-A. However Aria's name is spelled.
Same as my name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mount Isparia.
Were you named after somewhere in the area? No?
No, that was a happy coincidence when she named her character.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean like Krista naming. I mean like maybe like your parents named you after the mountain or something.
Not that I'm aware of.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Yep.
Not that you're aware of.
Because it's a little bit ironic to be so wee and being named after a mountain.
Literally the biggest fucking mountain there is, mate.
So if I did my math right, so because it's half speed recharging at minimum sailing speed, that's one level every 28 hours. It will take us 10.2 days to recharge from where we're at right now.
Sick.
How many charges have you burned so far?
9 3/4. Or
Okay.
8 3/4. I have 1 1/4 left.
So you are getting fairly close to the coast of Searia at this point. If it was 2.5 days flying, I'd say you're probably just a day or two out from the first coastal city in Searia, which Ryardon can tell you is Dongradel.
Yeah.
Dongradell.
Now that we've touched it down in the water,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start practicing with my pistol some more. The 2 days that we've been up in the air, I've been practicing the...
The quick draw.
Oh, I think I'm just going to file this sight off. Yeah. Oh, that's much faster.
Cool. You successfully practice your quick draw.
I'm gonna wait until the end to calculate my practice like hours because I ended up having like keep typing every like 3 minutes last time, so I'm gonna wait.
It's fine. It's where a piece of paper comes in handy too. You can just mark off day, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then at the end, like type in your notes, your total. While sailing, somebody roll me a d20. Who hasn't gone?
Falconer.
Magnus, Falconer, or Zodell?
9.
9. Okay.
Lovely.
As dusk finds the ship, the sails swelling not too bad, you do see a late summer storm heading northward towards Alanoran. As you guys have learned from your time there, spring is mild, moist, but storms aren't necessarily a thing. The closer you get to autumn and winter, the storms ramp up significantly. And you're starting to see that now in August. All of these heavier clouds, but in patches, and you've been lucky to find yourself weaving through the calmer portions of these skies. Zodell. Hello.
What?
As you turn and you see a familiar ghostly figure.
What? Huh?
Mother wants to know if you're hunting us. We've met before.
Have we? Who?
I think it's that thing. And she points to your symbol. It makes her nervous. Make a perception check.
19.
As you are looking around and glance off the side of your skyship,
Right.
and you see once more that gargantuan eye beneath the surface.
Oh.
Are you here to hunt us?
No. We don't want any trouble.
Well, that's good. Mother gets worried, especially when she feels that. What is that? We don't like it.
I don't like it either. It's like a bad stain on your clothes.
What are clothes? She kind of slowly cocks her head.
I don't know. I'm not the person you want to talk to about clothes.
Interesting. Just promise you're not here to hunt us.
Promise.
That's good. And as she turns and she takes a step away, she just dissipates. And the eye blinks and vanishes beneath the surface.
Guys, I think we should pick up a little bit.
Are we sailing right now?
Take me away.
How loud is the prop when we're sailing?
Sorry?
So how loud is the propeller when we're sailing? Like,
It's
die
still
down or still pretty loud?
It's still pretty loud, yeah. Zodell, you're getting the sense that the majority of this conversation you've been having was taking place inside your skull, as opposed to audibly to your ears, because it was crystal clear as this girl's soft, lilting voice was curious.
I'll probably report to everyone, tell them what happened. This eye, like just for scale, like with this, let's say.
When you were on the Prometheia, which is probably a full 4 times larger than the surface areas of this ship,
Bigger than that, wasn't it?
was larger underneath the ship than the ship itself.
The eyeball or all of it?
The eyeball.
The eyeball.
Don't you remember? It was like second session.
Yeah. I remember that very, very
second or
faintly.
third.
It was
Yeah.
very early, and then I had to break the fourth wall to go, dude.
Yeah, because it was like, are you here to hunt us? And Xander was sitting there like, and you leaned in, you were like, dude, say fucking no.
I don't think I realized back then. Yeah, hell no. No.
Good job, Zodell.
I've been waiting for that reoccurrence for a minute now. It's been on the.
You
It's
answered
been
the question
almost
right.
all the other numbers have like little sub numbers. 9 was just.
Are
This
you
thing
here to
pops
hunt us?
back up
Yeah.
again.
It's like a Kraken on steroids.
Yeah.
Check it out, I've learned the side spin.
Huh? Just don't hold it at an angle, mate. That makes you look super dangerous.
You know what they call a Big Mac in France?
A Royale with cheese! A Royale with cheese! Fuck! And you mean Sina?
Yeah.
Right.
I texted Ski something too. I was like, oh yeah, you come to this place and they've got these really nice Sina doors. French doors.
They call it.
Well, that's what that was.
Yeah.
I thought that was a autocorrect typo. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
Come on!
There's such thing as Sina kissing as well.
Just like, yeah, oh yeah.
Sina fries?
Sina kissing. And then there's like the Daisens, right? So there was Daisen Clearwater as vodka.
Sina toast?
Yeah, if you were like making reference to anything Russian,
Also
it's the
make
Daisens.
vacuums.
What?
They also make vacuums.
Sina?
Dysons.
Dysons.
I'll give you 5 for that. Bitch.
Right.
Well, that was...
Because we've been flying for 2 days and now we're sailing for...
2.5 days. You guys are, probably just a couple days out from the coast.
Okay.
Couple days of sailing, right?
Couple days of sailing.
Yeah. Okay.
Not half
I'm
for
keeping
sure.
track of my new book, just so that you're aware.
Yeah. No, I assumed you were. How many hours have you got in?
At 40 right now because my necklace doubles it. So
Yeah. So it was a 300-hour book, right?
500. It's
no,
a big one.
That's right. Because of your necklace of language, I jacked it up to 500. So you need 250 hours.
I can get how many hours in a day? 8? you
As
said?
many as you want.
That's a lot.
When you guys were in Calliope, it was more so that you were all very busy doing your own shit. So I allocated like you could have 4 hours a day, but on the airship, go hard.
Magnus is probably a little leery about using it when we're up in the air, especially after hearing that we've all, I don't know, accidentally like shoot something that I shouldn't have shot. So, but now that we're down on the ground,
In the water.
in the
Oh,
water.
Water.
maybe don't shoot at the water, just in case. Maybe don't...
I don't know. I'm shooting things off the railing.
Hey Zodell, do you want to test that water breathing?
I don't know, I'm nothing better. Well, yeah, let's do it, yeah.
Hopefully
I'll
that thing
turn into a
below the ship
dolphin.
doesn't eat you.
Oh, Ari's now a dolphin.
Did we get the water-breathing hat?
Kinneros is surprised as this little blue.
Wait, I like ran to the side of the ship, swan dive, dolphin midair.
As Kinneros is
dive
standing
into-
there and sees this little blue-haired gnome girl just run and vault off the side of the ship, with Zodell presumably like leaping off after her.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening? And then, poof, she's a blue dolphin. As Zodell grabs onto her fin, and the two of them submerge and start to just like flipper jump
Heck yeah.
beside the ship.
Yeah, I didn't know they could do that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And Arya can tell you hell yeah with her telepathy,
Oh,
which is
hell
also
yeah, I
something
can.
that
I'll send her a
Kinneros
message
has.
back. That was insane, bro.
Thanks.
Kinneros can also telepathically talk with people.
Just wait, I can turn into an alpha plesiosaur too.
What?
All right, over the course of the next 2 days, sailing, are you guys going to dock and wait? Are you going to keep sailing off the coastline?
Where?
Ryardon, where exactly are we going?
I don't know. One sec.
So your home is called Helensfordshire,
Yeah.
and that is smack dab in the middle of the Twilight Forest.
On the south side, right?
It's also, I think it was 6 months before you met this party, so 6 months plus however many months it's been that you guys have been together is
Ooh.
how long it's been since you've been home.
How long has it been? We started in like March.
I think you're almost like 10 months?
10? What?
June, July, August.
March, yeah.
6, oh fuck, yeah, 10, 11 months since you've been home.
Oh, so I thought you meant since we started. I'm like, what?
No. Since
Okay.
he's been back to his home
Yeah, yeah.
village.
All right.
I mean, that too.
Here's
We
yeah.
started in October.
What I'd probably recommend is flying across land instead of sailing all the way around. A, because it would be much shorter, but B, I think it would also give us a literal and figurative lay of the land. You know, just especially with giant mountain sparias in front of us, and
I guess we'd probably have to go around the mountain.
yeah. Well, flying, of course, yeah, absolutely. But
Let's go through the mountain.
Yeah, flying, you wouldn't have to go that far off course to go around the mountain, but you would definitely not fly towards its peak.
No, that would be way too high.
The
It
clouds
can't
are
vision.
at like its halfway point.
Yeah,
Down.
don't need to risk that with the vision.
Like most airships only fly about like a quarter of the height of this mountain.
Gotcha.
It's ginormosaurus.
right.
That's a word.
So yeah, I say we dock and we fly.
I mean, we only need to sit about a day or two to have enough charge in the old battery to fly another day.
And I've got an infinite coffee pot, so it's not a bad thing.
Yep.
And we've got the mansion.
And the mansion.
We do have the
course.
mansion.
We can have like a pool party.
So if we're stopping there, how many days has it been total? Because it was like
4 days.
1, 2, 3. We've been gone for 5 days.
5.
So it's August 9th.
Okay.
So are we docking in that city we told our crew to go to?
That's around the coast a little bit.
Yeah, it's around the east coast, I believe.
I mean,
So where did
unless
we-
we need to.
So
buy
we're
something,
coming into
we don't really
here,
need to go anywhere.
Oh.
and then where they're at is over here.
Oh. Okay. I mean, we could sail over here and cut across the mountain to charge the battery more. I don't know.
Last time we did a big traveling thing when we were going to
Yep.
and I was practicing. You said like 200 hours on bagpipes. That's what I need for like a proficiency bonus in bagpipes or performance. I got 202 just now.
There you go. You're proficient in bagpipes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, would it be proficient in like performance skill?
No, it would be performance with bagpipes. So whenever you
I already have proficiency in bagpipes.
Okay.
Oh.
So now you're double proficient in bagpipes.
I can do that?
I don't know, can you?
I don't know, can I?
So when you play your bagpipes, you can add your performance and your proficiency modifier.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. So if you aren't proficient in something, you can earn a proficiency, which allows you to add your proficiency bonus, which is whatever. What's your proficiency bonus?
I don't know.
+3, something like that.
How do I check?
Should be at the
It's
top.
at the top,
Top of your page.
near your walking speed.
3.
Yeah.
Ah.
So pick something that you're not proficient in to practice next time,
Uh,
and then you could add your proficiency modifier. It's like I've played piano 10,000 hours at least in my life. Obviously, I get my proficiency modifier on that, even if I haven't played it in a long ass time, which I do, and it's nice.
shoot. Well,
Hey,
it's fun at least.
I'll give you advantage on performance checks with your bagpipes in the future. Make a note of it so I don't
Nope.
forget.
I'm writing it down.
Okay.
What were you gonna say, Matt?
What was I going to say? As the crow flies, based on Ryardon's knowledge of his home and that, how far do we figure it is to fly from where we're at right now?
Where did you guys dock?
We're coming
in,
up on.
Dongredell?
Dongredell.
Dongredell. That would probably be 2 full days of flight. From there to Teleshwalaman.
And how far?
It's
sailing,
Old Elvish. I didn't write it.
How far sailing would it be to go to the city where our crew is?
2 weeks. Yeah, because they're
Going
in
around the coast.
a week and a half to Slough-Vane.
So it's the same distance, basically, from Calliope to Dongredel as it is to...
It'd be like 10 days to Slough sailing.
Right.
Or if your battery's charged, 2 days worth of full flying to get to Telschwaldon.
If we dock, we still need 2 more days of charging.
Right.
If we keep on sailing, we would need times 2, 4 and a bit days of charging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I say we just dock then. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. You all dock in Dongredel.
Ever been here before, Ryardon?
On August 9th.
This is where you sailed from to go to Calliope when your ship got wrecked.
This has got some core memories right now. This is where I left home from to make my way to Calliope. So,
What's
Make my way downtown.
the vibe of this?
It's
city?
exciting.
People.
Make a perception check as you guys are coming into port.
Why did you leave again?
I'm trying to find answers, mate. Yeah, we've got my dad encased in diamonds and my mother's missing. So
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So as you guys start pulling into port, you notice this is not a lot like the cities you guys have been to on the northern 2 continents, or 1 continent, but they're kind of conjoined at the hip. This city, tons of wood, bamboo, long wooden docks that lead out like half a mile onto the coastline, where they are all suspended by poles, where the tides ebb and flow. Right now you are at high tide, and so the waters are about 3 to 5 feet beneath the docks, and the suspended houses and docks, and boat houses, that all kind of spread out like this long spider web of just wood planking and risen bamboo and sheets, and not necessarily thatch roof buildings, but sturdy natural constructs, as opposed to the Alanoran builds where everything is white stone, very well constructed, very straight line docks. This is a different world entirely. There are, with a dirty 20, you do notice most of the people running and porting these docks, half-elves, elves, and humans, though the half-elves and elves outweigh the humans. And there are others. There are Dartide, there are Travaxi, there are other strange figures coming to and fro. It is still a massive port city. But as opposed to the very tight, concise, stone-built Alanoran port cities where everything is very streamlined, this is spread, long and wide, and just, it's an amalgamation of just greens and browns, very different atmosphere. Definitely more a smell of like a wooden must mixed with the ocean, as opposed to just the crisp salt of Alanoran.
And how do we seem to be perceived, like as we're coming in with our ship?
Oh, welcomed. I mean, there are some
Like
looks of awe, for sure. But you are sailing in, they're seeing these big propellers. People are familiar with skyships, and they're seeing this as one, but on the water. You're getting some interesting looks, but no more than a second or third glance from most individuals coming to and fro as you dock, and this large mechanical mast hoists up.
I love that we've just got like an F-35 when everyone else is flying like B-52s. You know,
Yeah.
It's just like, what in the holy hell is that?
Yeah, you guys are... Yeah, you look pretty dope.
Well,
Right.
should we... I guess we don't even need to, like, stock up on food and supplies. We're just going to the mansion every day and eating there.
Yeah. I mean, we can...
Have you been casting the mansion, or have you all just been sleeping on the ship?
I hadn't been.
I was just checking.
Alright. I mean,
So
we can go buy food and restock.
Ryardon, you know a place where we can go get turned up a little bit?
I'm not super familiar with the city. I was only here one time, but from what I remember...
The place that you stayed at here on your way out of town was the Whispering Asp.
Does it smell?
Make a history check.
12.
12. No more than any other inn.
Fair enough, yeah. Yep, Whispering Asp. It was nice. It was a nice bar, little restaurant, I suppose. So
Tavern and inn, yeah.
yeah, we can go there. Hang out.
Sure.
All right. And Ryardon, with one or two wrong turns, you do manage to find your way to the Whispering Asp, and it's aptly named as it is built. It's further inland, a little bit off, or further in the shoreline, whereas a lot of this city is built essentially on the water, extending out, like I said, like a spider web of elevated city, almost like a rustic Venice, just supported above the waves. And you make your way landward, and you do find this inn built in 3 sections in this large asp tree, growing just a little ways back, deeper into the city. And it, like, expertly crafted. Like, there's a giant main floor with then, like, stairs and hallways leading up around into different rooms built into this tree. Definitely a different vibe than you all are used to in the North Continent.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is home right here.
Yeah.
This is going to be
This
this
is
entire trip, folks.
This is making me smile so hard. I've been waiting so long for you to get here.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
It is
Very
super cool.
naturey. I like it.
Yeah. There's now what's... Yeah.
Did we have to pay a dock master somewhere? Something?
Yeah, it'd be a gold per day at a slip.
Cool.
Slip it in
Actually,
the
roll a
pocket.
percentile die for me.
53.
Okay. A gold a day.
Is there anywhere to get like healing potions or anything like that? Maybe ask around.
Oh.
Ryardon can make another
Is there-
history check, or you can make an investigation check as you're walking. Actually, or you could both do each.
21.
Speaking
I'll help.
Nice.
You got this, buddy.
Yeah, 21.
21.
Investigation?
Yeah.
15.
15. So, asking around, Ryardon's hearing some familiar... Oh, right, yeah, this place. You do hear of a store called For All Abundant.
I wonder if there's just like public magic stores this far out.
There should be.
Probably.
Is there what?
Public like magic stores that don't have to be in hiding because there's not as close to Dorelio.
Yeah, I mean, within an hour you found For All Abundant, which is a purveyor of magical goods and services.
Nice. I get used to this.
Sweet. I wanna
When
go
in Rome,
there.
mate, yeah.
Let's have a look around.
I need to get me some magic arrows again. Miss those guys.
All
I
right.
keep forgetting I have that spell that I can touch your quiver of arrows, and make them all fire arrows.
Wow.
Didn't you buy Frostara's Crackling Quiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that adds lightning damage to
It
your
definitely
arrows.
does,
Yeah.
yeah.
It has a certain
Fire
amount of
and the
charges.
lightning.
Yeah, you could definitely stack that shit.
Yeah, it's an extra d6 fire damage.
Oh, yeah.
And wasn't Frostara's Crackling Quiver it was a certain amount of charges, but it was
per
an
day.
extra d6 lightning damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So,
guys.
yeah.
I'll
Fire!
make sure
Lightning!
Does it only work for arrows or for bolts too?
Works for bolts.
it works for bolts, yeah.
Anything in the quiver.
Does it work for bullets?
These
No.
enemies are going to be quivering in their boots. That's all.
As you make your way
flame arrows.
into For All Abundant. Is that where you're going?
Yes.
Okay. You walk in, there's a single half-elf lady behind the counter. It is a nice shop. Everything's very nicely labeled and just like straight lines across the walls. You see there are various weapons, certain artifacts, Nice long counter with a door, like one of those little counter shelf exits on both sides, like bar. You know the ones I'm talking about. They go like this, and one on each side.
Countertop.
Countertop, drawbridges. Yeah, and give me your accent again.
What's that? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Something like that. Yeah.
British.
Oh, welcome.
Hi.
I haven't seen you around here before.
We're new.
Just flew
I
in
haven't
from
seen
out of
you
town.
around here before. Yes. Just flew into town.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, are my arms tired.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
I mean, we did
what
do a
can
lot
I
of swimming.
what can I do to be of assistance?
We're looking for potions, healing potions, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking of stocking up on that. I don't have any.
I do need some as well. Yeah.
Sure. Yes, I do have 4 regular healing potions at the moment and 1 greater.
Perfect.
It
We'll
is
take all of it.
55 gold for the regulars
Okay.
and 160 gold
Oh, shit.
I'll take 1 regular.
for the graters. So that's 1.
I'll take the greater and
So greater.
another
45
regular.
for the regular?
55.
55.
55. Huh?
A little bit of a markup here.
Okay, I'll take a regular.
All right, 55 gold. 55 gold. 160 gold.
You're taking a
The,
regular.
the greater and the so it'd be 215, right?
Yes.
Do we
You
take
said there was 4 or 3 regular.
There was 4 regular and 1 greater.
Falconer, Kinneros, did you want a regular healing potion?
I took a regular. Just gonna.
I'll take a regular.
Okay.
That'd be all of them.
And we've got both regular graders as well.
There was 1 greater.
1 greater
Oh, I thought there was-
and
I thought there was
Nope. Just the 1.
What
Other
What else you got?
wares.
All kinds. What are you looking for?
why can't I find a regular
What?
healing potion?
What are you looking? Oh, I just said potion of healing.
Yeah.
Not looking for anything in
Yeah, what's
particular, but I mean, like,
Well, as you see, as you look around the shop, or she looks around the shop, there's a lot of stuff in here.
What do I see?
All that pops up is
Swords
great.
and shields and bows and arrows and mauls, and there are little vials and gauntlets and
Whoa.
leathers and steels. And
Mate, this is the candy store that we've been yearning for the last 10 months. You can
Yeah.
pretty much find anything around
give me
here.
a rundown on your stock, lady. Start at the top.
That's
All right.
That's like asking Walmart to be like, okay, A,
Show me everything.
I'll go alphabetically.
I'll take 1 of everything from Walmart.
So we have Adrasil the Soulmaker. No, I'm just kidding.
What kind of arrows do you have right now in stock, specifically?
Oh, arrows, yes. Of course, in this country, very highly sought after.
Naturally.
Quite the trade. I do have 2 arrows of acid.
Okay. I'll take them.
I gotta start writing down what these things are fucking worth on the descriptions. Come on, do better. Mouse. Fuck. I think 100 gold apiece.
Okay.
Why is my mouse being a dick? 100 gold apiece for 2 arrows of acid. I seem to be out of my arrows of ice and radiance, but I do have 3 arrows of net.
Oh, I've got a couple of those already.
They're a little less magical, a little more mechanical, I think is why we tend to have more of those in stock.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see. Bolts, crossbow. I do have a bolt of ice left, and 3 bolts of radiance. And this wand, the bolt wand,
Huh.
it casts a radiance spell that is known to harm and then illuminate a creature, giving yourself or your companions a bit of advantage on the next roll against the creature.
So it's an actual bolt.
The bolt wand casts guiding bolt.
The bolt. Well, oh, okay. So it's a wand
It's a wand.
that shoots bolts of
Yes.
guiding bolt. Gotcha.
It's good for
How
about
much is that?
This here is good for 6,000 gold.
Mm.
It does recharge daily, and you can use multiple portions of the magic to increase the damage of the spell.
Sold.
6,000 gold it is for the bolt wand.
How much are the bolt bolts? The ice bolt and the 3 radiance bolts?
100 gold apiece.
Do you have any nice defensive options, maybe?
Defensive options, for one of your...
Oh, not armor. I don't do armor.
No, not so much defensive options, no.
No.
I do have this interesting one here. I just bought it off of a ginger-haired fellow a little while back.
Right.
He proclaimed himself as a bit of a dungeon delver.
That guy.
And it just looks like
Infinity
a stick.
Gauntlet guy.
It just looks like a stick with like a little bit of frost on it.
Oh.
This is the branch of Frozen Bridge. This is right out of my book, like first 6 chapters of my book. This gnarled branch is cool to the touch. By focusing your intent on the branch and then touching it to the ground or any flat surface, the branch dissolves and creates an ice bridge 3 feet wide, starting from that point and extending to another point you can see within 500 feet. The bridge lasts for 5 minutes before melting away.
So it's a one use.
It is a one use. I do have 2 of them.
Ooh.
Interesting sort of dungeon delving device if you need to get yourself across chasms, massive gaps, or even just over some yuck.
Is there...
How much?
They are 500 gold apiece.
Take them both, yeah.
All right.
Is there a limit to how big this bridge can be?
500 feet.
500 feet long, and it's always 3 feet wide.
Right.
It's basically you build the Walterdale Bridge. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, that bridge. Wow.
Yeah, like first 6 chapters of my book, this
cool.
like wizard dude uses it to traverse across the Alexander from the one point to the castle to just infiltrate without having to go across the regular bridge and get caught up by guards.
Well, that's cool.
All right, more alphabetically, I suppose.
Adding 2 of those to your inventory.
I just
or
need
what?
the one. Who wants to take the other one?
I'll take it.
Right. What's it called again?
Branch of Frozen Bridge.
Branch of Frozen Bridge.
I
How many
can-
Q's does that have?
Did you already minus the 1,000?
It's all Q's.
Or
I
radiance
haven't
bolts
done the
or just
math yet.
holy
Okay.
bolts?
I can pay for
Bolts,
this one.
bolts of radiance.
I have a holy bolt. Is that different?
I think before I started naming them properly, I might have said it was a holy bolt. So
Okay.
that would be a bolt of radiance as well. Because I had them all just like acid arrow,
Branch.
frost arrow, and then they were all alphabetically out of order. So now I start with arrow of or bolt of, and then add the damage on the aft. That way that they all show up alphabetically in the same spots.
That is definitely
Right on.
So I'm going to delete these
Excuse me,
holy
madam.
bolt.
Do you also have any armor in that way?
Armor, not as much magical armor as one would like to have. It is highly sought after, of course. I do have, as the DM scrolls through inventory. I do have this, totally off topic, but I had a gentleman come through and sell me one of these recently. It's just an ear. It's an edible ear, like you guys found at Perry's. She's just got one of them, but she's like, I would like to sell it. I'll give it to you for 50 gold.
could be useful.
Sure.
We used that one with something like that already, right?
Yeah, I ate it.
Yep. Take it and go.
Yeah, eat the waxy ear. Yeah.
Sure.
So Del, it is all yours.
And it's called...
Hey, buddy. Edible ear.
Alright.
I have these bracers of defense. They add a +1 to your armor class.
They don't stack with regular armor though, right? They're for people that don't have armor.
I'm gonna have to get back to you here in a second.
Does it count as armor?
Bracers of
Yeah, while wearing these, these ones are a +1 to armor class as long as you're wearing no armor.
So it might be good for Zodell, or it might be good for Quineros.
Does Quineros have armor? Quineros?
Quinn.
I believe you were wearing Elven Chain.
Okay.
How much?
Shit.
Under equipment, yeah.
How much would these bracers be?
Let's see, these are rare. This would be an uncommon, so it would be. That's too far. Well, with the markup. Ah, fuck.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
Uncommon, but crafted by myself and my husband.
Oh,
These would be 1,000 gold.
done.
Alright, so you just have to adjust. You can add bracers of defense and just adjust them so that they only do +1 to armor class instead of a +2. Or I can custom make it.
I'll check.
Okay. Let's see. Alphabetically, of course. I do have this ring. It is the ruby ring of misleading.
Oh, I'm on board.
Tell us more.
Tell me more, does he ride his own cock? This is a beautiful ring made of a solitary ruby, shaped by magic into a flawless red gem ring.
Made of ruby?
When attuned to this ring, the wearer can activate the Mislead spell. The ring has 2 charges and regains 1 charge every day at dawn. If you guys want to look up the Mislead spell, it's not much of a joke.
I'll check it out.
10,000 for that ring.
Damn. I'm all attuned out.
I would be, but I'm thinking of maybe deattuning from not Thirsk. Rafaga, maybe. I mean, it depends how good this mislead spell is. Okay. You become invisible at the same time that an illusory double of you appears where you are standing. The double lasts for the duration, but the invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell. You can use your action to move your illusory double up to twice your speed and make it gesture, speak, and behave in whatever way you choose. You can see through its eyes and hear through its ears as if you were located where it is. On each of your turns, as a bonus action, you can switch from using its senses to using your own, or back again. While you are using its senses, you are blinded and deafened in regard to your own surroundings.
You basically create a perfect copy of yourself that can talk, walk, speak, whatever.
It's just not attack.
It's less of a Zodell thing than I thought. Probably not.
But at the same time that it's out, you're invisible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun.
Not bad.
It's a fun spell.
So it's like a Fall Guy ring.
Yeah, you go in with it, make your charisma checks, try and threaten people, and then if shit goes bad and somebody attacks you, it's just a vision.
Eat bananas in someone's
So
kitchen.
it's basically what Mistress
You might have been
Hillel.
there the whole time.
It's basically what Mistress Hillel just did to you guys.
Mm. If it was more usable in battle, then maybe. But the fact that you couldn't attack with it, I don't think it's a me thing.
Yeah, you guys definitely go for swords first before guile, which I'm not mad about.
I mean, if any of us want more, like, I'm just gonna be honest here. We all know I'm not the type to walk in there and be the reconnaissance.
The reconnaissance?
Reconnaissance.
Do you need to attend to it?
RECONN. Amazed. I don't know. AISS.
I think it said well attuned to.
Reconnaissance. How do you spell reconnaissance? Recon. I'm just gonna say recon.
There it is.
I believe you have to be attuned to it.
You do, yeah.
God, I have so many pages of fucking homebrew. 20 a page, and I have 15 pages.
Okay, well,
Math.
I think we're all.
Yeah,
Well-
when attuned to this ring.
One thing final. Do you have any magical short swords or one-handed blades of any
I have
kind?
plenty of one-handed blades, yes,
Ah.
just not enchanted at this point. More for future enchantment or resale or just for components.
I should be fine for now. Thank you very much, though.
You're gonna take those bolts.
100 gold apiece.
She kind of got kidnapped, so
Oh. Okay, maybe not that.
I don't think the kidnapper is going to be walking around saying, "Hello, look at what I just did."
Look, I just kidnapped this bitch. All right. Anything else I can assist you with?
I don't believe so. Is there an
Well, then fuck
a
off.
That's what I can see. Fuck off. Is there a tavern close by that you'd recommend? A local watering hole?
Oh, of course, yes. I would recommend.
We just pulled in and we saw the first thing was the Whispering Asp, which seemed quite nice, but
Tavern names. Somebody roll me a d20.
yeah, do it. Okay.
You haven't rolled one.
No,
12. You got
12?
I got a 12.
You are directed toward. Hold on, I just got to write down this is where it is from. Falconer's Nest.
what?
No way.
But like falconer. But with
Oh,
the birds.
Falconeer.
Falconer's Nest. And it's actually only just a few blocks from here. You see that one there, the big tree.
Yeah.
And you notice as you look out there, as you get further and back from the coastline, the larger and larger trees where a lot of these buildings are built. And you see this one's really nice. And it's like the entryway is at the bottom, and then just a spiral all the way up to these 2 levels of just Party City, like 150, 200 feet up on this tree.
What?
Hey, Falconer, I didn't know you laid eggs. It's quite amazing. Home. All right.
Yeah.
As you make your way to Falconer's Nest.
Boots and cats. Boots and cats. How big is the climb? Do they have elevators? Stairs? Pulleys?
As you approach, you notice that coming into this establishment, stairs.
Mhm.
You do notice as you're talking to the bouncer, or like the entry personnel, you do see this one little compartment down, and a gentleman steps off as it's then, and he just ralphs and like shits himself in the muck behind the tree. Yeah, and here's a fun fact: the Minotaur, or the bouncer, is a Minotaur.
Yeah. You climb up, and when you come down like that guy, you're done.
10-4.
I like this place.
I figured he probably would, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Minotaur!
Campaign 2 throwback.
Alright. Is it going to get in?
Sure.
Cover charge. Who's playing tonight?
I'm gonna get paid.
Gotcha.
little bit of phlegm came with that one.
Get a little snack with that.
You look like quite the snack.
As he kind of leans down towards your helmet and
What helmet?
fogs it up.
What helmet?
Or wait, are you wearing a helmet?
No.
No helmet. As he and blows your hair back, but kind of scintillatingly.
Thank
Come
you.
on in.
As you all pay a gold.
I
He
assume,
barely-
I assume he's tall.
Yeah, he doesn't even notice you. He's like 12 foot tall. So he's like looking, or maybe not 12, 10 foot tall. So he's like looking down at the rest of them.
I flicked him a gold. Hit him in the chin.
He catches it.
I mean, you probably
If
could have
his
turned
dex
in-
save is good enough.
Well,
As you. And you all make your way up. Basically, what is like 7 flights of stairs to this bar.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need that elevator thingy.
Should have a slide.
Yeah, just a fireman's pole.
It's more like. So in my mind, a slide makes it worse. You're just like, I'm gonna throw up, and then you're doing donuts on the way down. Bad combination. They literally step into this thing, and it goes.
well, I mean, what's
Feel
worse,
bad.
like a slide or a free fall in like one of those like
Me,
Tower fall.
I hate spinning. It's not a free fall. It's a
Yeah.
controlled descent like an elevator, but once you step off, it just retracts back up.
okay.
So it's like set to humanoid weight.
all right. I'm just imagining like you're
It's
about
like a
to puke,
hurlavator.
and then
I mean,
it's
if
like
you're a big
falling
fat
with
fatty,
you.
it'll go faster.
If you step in it, it's gonna go down faster.